Very, very popular in the corner in the Israelite community. Something we've all heard. It should have already been up, bro. That's not it, bro. That's not what I had. There it is, right there. All right. Can you read that? Can you read that out? It's right there. That's it.
Yeah, I see it.
Go ahead, read that for me, out.
My mind's telling me no.
Okay, so off the, we all know what this song is without me even telling the title of it.
That's right.
But read it again, bro.
My mind telling me no.
He say, my mind is telling me no. We've all had situations where that voice was telling us something ain't right. Let's not do this.
That's right.
This ain't where you need to be. This ain't how you need to operate. And this ain't how you need to be moving. He say, my mind is telling me no. Read.
But my body.
But what?
But my body.
Read.
My body telling me yes.
Hold on. Literally. Right there in our face the whole time.
That's right.
The war between the flesh and the spirit. Your mind is telling you, bro, this is not what you need to be doing. This is not how you need to be operating. This is not how you need to be moving. But that flesh, that ego, that devil, that old man, they get to come and call. The influence is so strong, man. Let's get into it. Let's touch on that. Give me Galatians 5 and 16. We coming right back. Now, we all know this particular piece is from R. Kelly. But a song that we've been listening to, a song that we've been playing this whole time, nobody ever really thought to think about how bad this song really is.
That's right.
Read, bro. Galatians 5 and 16.
The book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 16. This I say then, walk in the Spirit.
What we need to do?
Walk in the Spirit.
What are we trying to get Israel to move?
Walk in the Spirit.
We need to start walking in the Spirit.
Right.
We need to start being able to see these things that's been right there in front of our faces the whole time. The whole time, man. One of the things that they use to put that veil over your eyes is this music. This music is a very, very, very powerful tool that is used, man, to keep your mind off of the Lord, off of the light, off of seeking Christ, off of trying to be the better version of yourself, off from showing that love, that true love to your brothers and sisters. The music, man. The music. We got so many young brothers and sisters, man, that have lost their life over some lyrics.
That's right.
Brothers right now, man, got time and got federal time locked away because they snitching on themselves in songs about all of the dirt that they was doing.
That's right.
It's music. It's a snare, man. Read it from the top, bro.
This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
If you are walking in the Spirit, there's no way for the lust of the flesh, for that old man, for that old woman, for that ego, for that devil, for that darkness to come about. Because you already got all of your defenses ready in line. Read.
For the flesh lusts against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh.
He say the flesh, it lusts against the Spirit, and the Spirit against that flesh. Remember, these two, man, they cannot operate at the same time. One has to be there.
That's right.
So are we going to be operating in the Spirit, or are we going to be operating in the flesh?
That's right.
Read.
And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
Read.
But if ye be led of the Spirit.
But if what?
But if ye be led of the Spirit.
But if you be led of the Spirit, read.
Ye are not under the law.
So if you're led by the Spirit, you're automatically following the law automatically.
That's right.
Because without a second thought, without a second guess, you're already loving on your brother like you love yourself. You're already loving the Most High and His Son. You're already not bearing that hatred towards your brother. You're already not bearing that hatred towards your sister. You're already not bearing a false report, a false witness. You're not doing these things that are contrary to the law. You're already doing them. It's second nature. But let's go back. Let's go back. Bring up the lyrics again, bro. Stick with me, I read it from the top, bro.
My mind's telling me no.
It say, my mind's telling me no. The flesh, lusting against the spirit. The flesh, lusting against the spirit. The spirit against the flesh. Read.
But my body telling me yes. Baby, I don't want to hurt nobody.
Hold up. So, in this particular song, he say, I don't want to hurt nobody. But have we really paid attention to what was said in the song? If we're looking at this as a conversation between a man and a woman, this woman already belongs to another man.
That's right.
So if I don't want to hurt nobody, that body that's being hurt is the husband of this woman.
That's right.
But read, bro.
But there is something that I must confess.
So, what do you think in this conversation between this man and this woman? What you think he leaning on? Is he leaning on the spirit or is he leaning on the flesh?
That's right.
See, these are the things that we play. These are the things that we listen to that we don't even pay no attention to. Oh man, he hit that note. Oh man, he this, that, and the third. Man, that beat slamming. But are you listening to the words? Are you paying attention to what's being seeped into your mind? A song we've all heard. Again, some of us was probably conceived to this very song.
That's right.
But let's go back. Go back. Galatians 5 and 18.
The book of Galatians.
Matter of fact, start at 17.
The book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 17. For the flesh lusts against the spirit.
My mind telling me no.
For the flesh lusts against the spirit.
Read.
And the spirit against the flesh.
But my body is telling me yes.
And the spirit against the flesh.
Read.
And these are contrary the one to the other. So ye cannot do the thing that ye would. But if ye be led of the spirit.
But if you are following the spirit, read.
But if ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest.
Now these are the works of the flesh. Read.
Which are these? Adultery.
What do you say?
Adultery.
So adultery. I don't want to hurt nobody.
That's right.
But there's something that I must confess.
That's right.
Read.
Adultery. Fornication.
What do you say?
Fornication.
Some of us are so quick to hop into the bed, man. We throw them slow jams on. We set the mood, man. And you don't even know what that woman's last name is.
That's right.
You don't even know what that brother's last name is.
That's right.
Just met him the night before. Just met him the day before.
That's right.
Ants in your pants. Can't wait to lay down. Can't wait to get that itch scratched.
That's right.
These are the type of spirits that we're taking on when we are indulging in this type of defiled bread. Because this is what that is.
Right.
Literally. Hidden in plain sight.
That's right.
Read, bro.
Fornication. Uncleanness. Lasciviousness.
What do you say?
Lasciviousness.
So those evil and twisted sexual desires. When you turn this on, what pop on in your mind? What you trying to do? What actions you trying to invest in?
That's right.
See this, literally, this song, bro. This song, right there in plain sight. Let's go back. Go back to the lyrics, bro. Give me verse 1. Matter of fact, give me the hook. Excuse me.
I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
So I must confess. First, I don't want to hurt nobody. But I must confess, ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. So again, you tell me, from that adultery, from that fornication, from that lasciviousness, which side is this conversation going on?
That's right.
Is it the spirit or is it the flesh?
That's right.
Bro, the whole hook of the song is literally one phrase.
That's right.
Literally one phrase. The flesh has taken over. That carnal has taken over. So now all I can think of is read, bro.
I don't see nothing wrong with the little bump and grind.
That's the whole concept. I don't see nothing wrong with that adultery. I don't see nothing wrong with this fornication. I don't see nothing wrong with this lasciviousness. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Read.
With the little bump and grind. I don't see nothing wrong. Baby. Hey. I don't see nothing wrong. I don't see nothing wrong with the little bump and grind. With a little bump and grind. I don't see nothing wrong. Hey.
Bruh, the whole hook, the whole chorus of the song, one phrase. Adultery, fornication, lasciviousness. Adultery, fornication, lasciviousness. The flesh taking over. The flesh taking over. The flesh taking over. These are the things that we are bumping. In the crib, while we cleaning, bumping it. In the crib, while our children are around, bumping it. In the crib, just to be listening to it,
That's right.
In the crib, man. And then wonder why little Shaniqua, 14 years old, she got a whole baby on the way.
That's right.
Wonder why Ray, 17, senior in high school, then call him an STD.
That's right.
Because it is. Because of that flesh taking over.
That's right.
Because of the situations that we put our families in, bro, for the darkness to come in. Hidden in plain sight. A song we've all heard. A song we probably got right now in our playlist.
That's right.
Con, you married now. You following out the light now. But are you? But is this song bringing up some old memories of a little thing you done dealt with? Now your mind get to wondering. Now is your wife really enough for you? Now is your husband really enough for you? If we are not spiritually sound, man, if we are not truly seeking that light of Christ, bro, we are leaving ourselves up for the wolves.
That's right.
We are leaving ourselves up for that enemy that is within you to take over and completely turn your whole walk sideways. Hidden in plain sight. Readily available at the click of a button.
That's right.
You got your YouTube, you got your SoundCloud, you got your iTunes Music, there's so many different streaming platforms that you can go at the touch of a button. You can get all your sexually explicit lyrics. You can get all your gang, murder, lay 'em down. Hit a lick. Drug man this, drug man that, I got to work.
That's
chasing
right.
the bag. This my block. I got something for my op.
That's right.
They done let the GDs in the door.
That's right.
Bro, these are the things that we dealing with. Hidden in plain sight, bro. Let's go back, bro. Give me Galatians 5:17 again, bro.
The book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary, the one to the other.
We cannot have both, bro. You gotta operate in one. Either you're going to operate in the spirit, you're going to follow the light, you're going to be that brother, you're going to be that sister, you're going to be that example of righteousness, or you're going to, follow after that flesh. You're going to be that brother dipping and dabbing it. You're going to be that sister dipping and dabbing it, causing all kind of strife, all kind of issues, all kind of problems, sneaking and geeking, lying, backbiting, busybody.
That's right.
Read, bro.
So that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness.
Hold it right there, bro. Off of this one song. Off of this one song, just from the intro and the hook. We ain't even got into the verses yet. Turn that good beat on. Brother man hitting these high notes, these sensual notes, got you feeling good. But you ain't paying attention to what he feeding to you.
That's right.
You ain't paying attention to what you're soaking up.
That's right.
Let's go back to the lyrics. Stick with me, go back to the lyrics. Scroll down. Right where it say looky here. Read that, bro.
Looky here. See, I know just what you want. And I know just what you need, girl. So, baby, bring your body to me.
Hold up. So he ain't said nothing about, okay, Shawty, you got a whole man. Why are we even in this situation? What's going on? Well, why are we even moving like this? Literally. See, I know what you want. And I know what you need. So, baby, bring that body to me. Read, bro.
Bring your body here. I'm not fooling around with you. Baby, my love is true with you.
So, what kind of love is that? Is that the real love that you need? Or is it that adultery, fornication, lasciviousness? Is it that flesh needing to get that itch scratched? Because real love, you're not even gonna have her in that situation.
That's right.
Because you love her and her husband enough not to do something like that. She loved herself and her husband enough not to dip out. See, this is the thing, man. Love, we got that twisted vision of love like it's an emotion, like it's a feeling, it's an action.
That's right.
And right now, the action that's going on between this conversation of man and woman, ain't no love there. The flesh is taking over. The spirit is no longer in sight.
That's right.
Read.
With you is where I want to be. It's where I want to be. Girl, you need someone like me to satisfy your every need.
Hold up. So ain't that where her husband come into play? Bro, you cannot refute this stuff, bro. Right there in our face, in plain sight.
That's right.
Bumping it. No pun intended.
That's right.
See, this is why we need to really pay attention to what we are doing, how we are operating, how we are moving. Give me Sirach 23 and 15.
The book of Sirach, chapter 23 and verse 15. The man that is accustomed to the opprobrious words. Opprobrious words.
Meaning shameful words or disrespectful actions. Read.
Will never be reformed all the days of his life.
So if this man is all he's accustomed to is being a whoremonger, laying down with every woman he sees, vice versa, woman being a harlot, brother talking down, being having false reports, having an evil eye. If this is all he's accustomed to, read.
Two sorts of men multiply sin.
These two sorts of men multiply sin. Read.
And the third will bring wrath. A hot mind.
A what?
A hot mind.
A what?
A hot mind.
A hot mind. But you is where I want to be. You need someone. Someone like me to satisfy your every need.
That's right.
See, I don't want to hurt nobody. But I got to confess this. I don't see nothing wrong with that bump and grind with you, baby. Read it again, or what?
Two sorts of men multiply sin, and the third will bring wrath. A hot mind is a burning fire. It will never be quenched till it be consumed.
Till what?
Till it be consumed.
Read.
A fornicator in the body of his flesh.
A what?
A fornicator in the body of his flesh.
This is the type of spirits we're building. This is the type of spirits we letting run rampant. Just off of that. One song. And there's millions more to go. This one particular artist built his whole career off of it. You got artists calling themselves Mr. Steal Your Girl. But these are the type of spirits that we let run rampant. What you think he listened to when he was growing up to make him want to be Mr. Steal Your Girl? What influences he had? What examples did he have that guided him down that path? Man, that snare, bro, is right in our face. That carnal, man, that flesh. He said, a fornicator in the body. Read.
A fornicator in the body of his flesh will never cease till he had kindled a fire.
He said, man, as long as there's pants need to be scratching, I'm itching it. As long as there's something itching it, I'm scratching it. As long as something be laid down in, I'm getting in it. As long as there's lies to be told, I'm telling it. As long as there's hate to be given, I'm giving it. If she looking for it, I'm passing it out. If he there to take it, I'm there to give it. This is what we dealing with. Read, bro.
All bread.
All what?
All bread.
Read.
It's sweet to a whoremonger.
Now you got your Ray. 17 years old. Basketball, football, baseball star. He done caught that package. Cause he listening to influences like this. And no more basketball. And no more football.
That's right.
And no more baseball. Cause now your body breaking down because you done caught something you can't get rid of. Yeah, you need someone like me to satisfy your every need.
That's right.
And now she can give you something you can't get rid of. Or vice versa. Looking for Jody with the bald head and the muscles and the abs. Now realizing Jody done got over 1,000 bodies under his belt. Jody got something for you for sure.
That's right.
A gift that keep on giving. But this is what we dealing with. We letting the flesh take over. Simple song. We've all heard. We've all listened to it. We all got in our playlist, but we never really paid attention.
That's right.
We never really saw what it really was, man. Read it again, verse 17.
All bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He will not leave off till he die.
Till what?
Till he die.
He caught that package.
Till he die.
Read.
A man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, who seeth me?
He say thus in his heart. Who see me out here being that fornicator? Who see me out here trying to be that Splockavelli? I know they hit for some of y'all that know what that is. Who see me, man? Read.
I am compassed about with darkness. The walls cover me, and nobody seeth me. What need I to fear?
Man, I'm going through all of this, man. I'm satisfying your every need, man. What I got to fear?
That's right.
Oh, you forgot. That woman you laying down with got a husband, huh? Oh, he ain't trying to hear that, huh? So now he done caught you and her. What you think gonna happen? He may blow all three of y'all candles out. Yours, his, and his. Yours, hers, and it's himself. Because you trying to satisfy your every need. Because I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
That's right.
See, my mind was telling me nah. But my body, bro, is telling me I gotta get it, man. How many situations that we've been in where your mind was telling you no, but that flesh just kept calling. Now you locked away behind bars. Now one of your partners is dead and gone and you was the reason for it. Now you done caught something you can't get rid of. Now your bank account destroyed and you still to this day trying to get your bread back up. Got something on your record you can't get rid of. Now you can't make no form of funds. So now you're forced to go out there in the streets.
That's right.
Now you're forced to take penitentiary chances. All because your mind was telling you no. But that body was telling you go out there and get it. Read, bro.
The Most High will not remember my sins. Such a man only feared the eyes of men.
He said what?
Such a man only feared the eyes of men.
And in this society, bro, what we constitute as a man is a brother that got a whole bunch of bodies under his belt. It's the brother that got a whole bunch of women on his hip. So you fear that man that tell you, nah, bro, you ain't got it like that because you ain't got enough women. So what they force you to do? You weak in the spirit. Weak in the mind. No faith, no love. Turn you into a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog. Cause you fear that man.
That's right.
You fear what your homeboy gonna say, bro, cause you ain't got that fix yet. You still wet behind the ears. But you ain't fearing the man that killed the body and the spirit. Read, bro.
Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times better.
When you dealing with stuff like this, man, when you operating as this, when you let that flesh take over, bro, the most I see it. Ain't no ducking, ain't no dodging, ain't no hiding, bro. It's dirt. Because every knee gonna bow. And every tongue gonna confess. You gonna have to get soft about that. Read.
And knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times better than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. He knew all things ere ever they were created. So also, after they were perfected, he looked upon them all. This man shall be punished.
I love this what?
This man shall be punished.
My mind was telling me nah, but my body was telling me yes.
This man shall be punished.
And there's something I gotta confess though.
This man shall be punished.
Hey, I don't see nothing wrong with a little bit of that bump and grind.
This man shall be punished.
Read.
In the streets of the city, and where he suspected not, he shall be taken.
So when he least expected, he wake up one morning with that itch he can't get rid of. She wake up one morning with that itch she can't get rid of. Her brother don't wake up in the morning at all because your girl then came in and caught you with another girl and blew your lights out. Or your husband then caught you in there with another man, bro, and just went on and done you in your sleep. He say when you least expect it, you're going to be taken in it. But this This is what we run to. This is how we operate.
That's right.
Not realizing how deep this really was, man. Let's go back. Let me get the lyrics, bro. You gotta stick with me, y'all. Stay focused. Yeah, go ahead. Second verse. Scroll down. Scroll down to the second verse. You say he's not treating you right. Matter of fact, no. Go back. Read verse 1 again. No, I'm tripping. I'm getting ahead of myself. Go back. Verse 2, part 1. I'll let you know when to stop.
I don't see nothing wrong.
Nah, you say he's not treating you right.
You say he's not treating you right. Ladies, spend the night now. I'll love you like you need to be loved.
Hold on. Read it again.
You say he's not treating you right.
So you say he's not treating you right. So you talking to this man about your personal things between you and your family versus going to counseling trying to build the relationship with you and your husband to make it stronger.
That's right.
Read.
Ladies, spend the night now.
Hold on. He said what?
Lady, spend the night now.
So if you spend the night, what you think gonna happen? He already told you, I'm confessing to you, I don't see nothing wrong with a little bit of bumping around. I want to satisfy your every need.
That's right.
Let me be that someone that you need, bro. Read.
I'll love you like you need to be loved.
He say, I'll give you that fornication, that adultery, and that lasciviousness like you need it. Because that ain't that real love. But let's get into it. Let's touch on this, right? Give me 1 Corinthians 6 and 9.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 6 and verse 9.
Read.
Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God?
So, man, when you dealing with these, bro, that's not righteous. It's not a righteous spirit. Dabbling and dealing with other men outside your marriage, or dabbling and dealing with other women outside your marriage. That ain't righteous. Read.
Be not deceived, neither fornicator.
Neither what?
Neither fornicator.
I love you like you need to be loved.
Neither fornicator.
Lady, spend the night.
Neither fornicator.
Read.
Nor idolaters. Nor adulterers.
Nor what?
Nor adulterers.
Read.
Nor effeminate. Nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
Read that part again, bro.
Nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
Don't you think you're abusing yourself?
That's right.
Don't you think you're abusing yourself? That's on both sides of the spectrum. Woman abusing herself with another man abusing himself with another woman that's not their significant other. He said, man, these things right here, bro, this is not righteousness. He said, be not deceived. Read.
Nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of God.
So when you're operating in the flesh like this, these are all aspects and characteristics of that flesh. He said, you're not going to inherit the kingdom of God. So you still got brothers in the truth with your fringes on. You still got sisters in the truth with your dresses and fringes on, with your head wraps. Still operating like this. Got a whole rib doing any and everything she can for you. But you stepping out in the congregation. Got a husband breaking his back, putting in the work, trying to build the nation, trying to make things better for you and the family. But you feel like just because you ain't getting enough time like you want it, versus the Lord getting the time that he need to build a nation, you want to step out. Abusing yourself with mankind. Fornication.
That's right.
Adultery. You ain't going to inherit the kingdom with that. So you're operating in that flesh. Instead of letting the spirit take over. This is how we operate. Go back. And give me Revelations 21 and 8. Let me get there with you. Read that.
The book of Revelations, chapter 21 and verse 8. But the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable, and the murderers, and whoremongers,
and the what?
And whoremongers,
and the what?
And whoremongers.
Man, this puts on a whoremonger spirit for the brothers, and this put on that harlot spirit for the sisters, man. Operating in that flesh, man, in that carnal, man. These type of things. This music is an instrument of destruction, and it can be an instrument of building if you use it correctly. But what you think Israel using it for? In the truth and outside of the truth. Because you got brothers out here, studio lights, that they never did the work of the Lord a day in their life, but they make songs about it.
That's right.
They faking and fronting them lyrics like they actually doing something for the Lord. But they only trying to get that fan base because they weren't getting it when they was out there in the world talking about their street life.
That's right.
But you come into the truth, you got your fringes on. Oh, some of them don't even wear their fringes. Don't even show themselves to be Hebrews. But you're utilizing the love from your brothers and sisters that want to support something that's not defiled by the world. You want to use that for that vain gain, bro. This is what we're dealing with. Operating outside of the spirit. Moving in the flesh. Read.
And whoremonger. And sorcery.
And what?
And sorcery.
That music fall right into that sorcery and witchcraft. Read.
And idolatry.
And what?
And idolatry.
So what you think this song, how you think this song built some of the younger generation? What you think they looked up to? The Pied Piper of R&B. They idolize this. And by them idolizing that, now you got Mr. Steal Your Girl. I want to take you down. Read, bro.
And all light.
And what?
And all light.
Read.
Shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death.
Which is what?
Which is the second death.
This is what you got waiting on you. This is what you got at the end of the path that you're taking by operating in that carnal, by operating in that flesh. This is what you got waiting on you. But these are all characteristics of that flesh. These are all characteristics of that twisted and wicked spirit. Of that ego, of that devil, of that old man, of that old woman. These are all those characteristics. So again, are you going to operate in the spirit and reap that everlasting life, that love, that joyous? Or are you going to reap that second death? Following after the flesh, after that carnal. Let's go back. 1 Corinthians 6 and 15.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 6 and verse 15. Know ye not that your bodies are the member of Christ?
Hold up. Let's go back. I want to finish out these lyrics. Part 2. Throw down. Right there. Go up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Right there. Where it says no need. No need to look no more.
No need to look no more, because I've opened up my door. You'll never want another love. Baby, you will never find another me. You see, you need someone like me. Yeah, to make love to you, baby, constantly.
He ain't said nothing about building a house. He ain't said nothing about making sure the home is taken care of. He ain't said nothing about making sure he's being the best husband. Nothing positive. All he talking about is flesh, Fornication, adultery, and lasciviousness. But this is what we listening to. This is what we falling back onto, man. That's why he said that you're gonna have that part in that second death, bro. In that lake that burneth with brimstone. Let's go back. 1 Corinthians 6 and 15.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 6 and verse 15. Know ye not that your bodies are the members of Christ?
Oh, what?
Are members of Christ.
Read.
Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them the members of an harlot?
Of a what?
Of an harlot?
Of a what?
Of an harlot?
Alright, pay attention, bro. Look what you got on the screen. Get in the spirit, bro. Read it again, Doc.
Know ye not that your bodies are the members of Christ? Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them the members of an harlot?
Read.
God forbid.
What'd he say?
God forbid.
That's how we operating, man. When we letting these things take over, when we operating in this flesh, in this carnal aspect, we that harlot. Looking for somebody to satisfy every need. Constantly. Right? Because we the body of Christ, right? We married unto the Most High, right? So what you think? If we was to look at this conversation and put us there, right? The world and that ego will be that man telling you, and you sitting there eating it up. Trying to get your bump and grind. Read, bro.
Verse 16. What? Know ye not that he which is joined to an harlot is one body? For two, saith he, shall be one flesh.
So we were supposed to be one flesh with the Most High and His Son, but we operating like a harlot. Read.
But he that is joined unto the Lord is one spirit.
But if you are following in the spirit, you join unto the Lord, man. You that one spirit, that light, that positivity, the one that's willing to do the work. Read.
Flee fornication.
What we need to do?
Flee fornication.
What about that carnal snare, bro?
Flee fornication.
Read.
Every sin that a man doeth is without the body. But he that committeth fornication sinneth against his own body.
Does what?
Sinneth against his own body.
Remember, he said my mind was telling me no. But my body was telling me yes. Read.
What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost?
He said your body, bro, is the temple of the Holy Ghost. Read.
Which is in you.
So how can that be in you if you operating in the flesh? Where can the spirit reside? That ego, that old man, that old woman, that darkness, that devil in there, how can the spirit reside? Read.
Which ye have of God, and you're not your own.
That body, bro, is not your own. That vessel is not your own. But we treating it like we ain't got this on leash right now. I've used this analogy time and time again, man. If you owned your own car dealership, somebody come in there, they sign that contract for the next 3 years, they're going to pay $250 every month at the first of the month. For the first 3 months, you get your pay, no problem. Month 4 come around, no payment. Month 5 come around, no payment. Month 6 come around, no payment. What you gonna do about that vehicle? You gonna come get your property because by law, it's still your property. The complete full terms of those years have not been made. The amount of money have not been made. That's still your property. So what you think the Most High gonna do if you out here satisfying your every need? If you out here bumping and grinding? If you out here letting your mind tell you no, but your body tell you yes, and you follow after the spirit, follow after the flesh and not the spirit, what you think gonna happen? That's why everything you put your hands on ain't getting nowhere. The depression. Can't get nothing. Everything up in the air. Your workplace is destroyed. No sense of order. Your children running rampant. Monsters in the house. You at odds with your husband at odds with you. Or you at odds with your baby daddy at odds with you. Just can't seem to get nothing to go for yourself. These are the type of predicaments we put ourselves in by following after the flesh. Read.
For ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify God in your body.
Therefore do what?
Glorify God in your body.
Read.
And in your spirit.
And in your what?
And in your spirit.
And in your what?
And in your spirit.
Read.
Which are God.
Who on that?
Which are God.
Who on that?
Which are God.
Man, come on. But yeah, we letting that spirit, just like that bump and grind, man, take over. With the fringes on. With the Nietzsche, with the head wrap, with the dress on. We gotta do better as a nation, man. Give me Revelations 18:4. Read it when you get there, bro.
The book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven, saying, come out of her.
Saying what?
Come out of her.
Saying come out of that fleshly spirit, bro. Come out of that old man. Come out of that old woman. Let that ego go. Take part of the spirit, not the flesh. Read.
My people, that ye be not partakers of her sin.
That you be not partakers of that death that's looming over you. Of that punishment that's looming over you. Read.
And that ye receive not of her plague.
That you receive none of the plagues. That you don't fall into the trap of these snares. That you don't get got. That you don't fall into the pitfall. Give me Sirach 23:1.
The book of Sirach, chapter 23 and verse 1.
Something how we need to be speaking and operating. Read.
O Lord, Father, and governor of my whole life, lead me not to their counsel, and let me not fall by them.
He said, man, don't let me get caught up in these snares, man. Don't let me get caught up in the world. Don't let me get caught up in this flesh. Read.
Who has set scourges over my thoughts?
Who what?
Who has set scourges over my thoughts?
That's that old man. That's that old woman. That's that ego. That enemy that's within you. Read.
And the discipline of wisdom over my heart, that they spare me not for my ignorances.
For your what?
For my iniquities.
Because your mind is telling you no, but your body is telling you yes. Read.
And it passed not by my sin, lest my ignorances increase, and my sins abound to my destruction.
To your what?
To my destruction.
To your what?
To my destruction.
Man, think about it. Again, how many times has that voice told you, no, this ain't what you want to do. This ain't where you need to be. This ain't how you need to be moving. You don't want to operate like that, but you won't listen. You're going to do it anyway because your body is telling you yes. Read.
And I fall before mine adversary, and my enemy rejoice over me.
And that spirit rejoice. That spirit is rejoicing in that darkness. That spirit is rejoicing, breaking the law. That spirit is rejoicing, being that murderer. That spirit is rejoicing, being that adulterer. That spirit is rejoicing, being that fornicator. That spirit is rejoicing, being that liar. That spirit is rejoicing, being that backbiter. That spirit is rejoicing in that darkness. Because their itch just had to get scratched. Read.
Whose hope is far from thy mercy, O Lord, Father and God of my life. Give me not a proud look.
He say what?
Give me not a proud look.
It's something you need to be screaming and praying all day, every day, Israel. Let go of that pride. We are a prideful people. We selfish and we ungrateful. Hard-headed and stiff-necked. Read.
But turn away from thy servant, always a haughty mind.
That arrogant mind, man, that prideful mind. Read.
Turn away from me, vain hope, and concupiscence, and thou shalt hold him up that is desirous always to serve thee. Let not the greediness of the belly,
Let not the greediness of that mind. Read.
nor the lust of the flesh,
Nor the what?
nor the lust of the flesh,
Read.
take hold of me, and give not over me, thy servant, into an imputed mind.
My mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. I don't want to hurt nobody, but there's something I gotta confess. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bit of that bump and grind. Read.
Hear ye, all children, the discipline of the mouth.
He say, hear ye the discipline of the mouth. Because it started here. This was the first mouth that came up with it. There's something I must confess. You came up with that confession in your mind to open your mouth and say it, right? Read.
He that keepeth it shall never be taken in his lips.
He say, he that keepeth it shall never be taken in his lips. If you watch your mouth, remember, death and life are in the power of the tongue.
That's right.
That life is that spirit, and death is that flesh, that carnal. My mind is telling me no, the spirit is telling me no. But my body, that flesh, telling me yes. Finish it out, bro.
The sinner shall be left in his foolishness, but the evil speaker and the proud shall fall thereby.
Think about it. How many of you brothers in mind was telling you, nah, this ain't what the woman you need to be dealing with, but your body was telling you yes. Now you got 18 years worth of child support. What about you, sis? Your mind was telling you, nah, don't deal with it. But your body was itching to be scratched. Now you didn't call something. Now you got a deadbeat. Now you didn't call feelings for somebody that don't give a damn about you. This is what we fighting, man. We're trying to clean up the mind of the people. To start thinking. To start really paying attention to what's going on. Give me Galatians 5 and 19. Let me get there with you. Read that.
The book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are deeds, adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulation, wrath, strife, sedition, heresy, envying, murders, drunkenness, reviling, and such like.
These are all the characteristics of the flesh. These are all the characteristics of that carnal mind. These are all the characteristics of that ego. These are all the characteristics of that devil. These are all the characteristics of that old man, of that old woman. We've all went through one of these things at some point in life. If not all of them in one go. Read.
And such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in times past, that they which do such things,
that they which operate in the flesh, that they which operate in the carnal, my mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. Read.
Shall not inherit the kingdom of God.
Man, bro, we done had numerous accounts that if you operating like this, bro, you ain't gonna see the light. You ain't gonna see the love. You ain't gonna see the upside of the path that you walking on. It's nothing but dim and dark. Or dark and gloomy, I should say, excuse me. Because we've all operated. Our mind was telling us no, but we just had to go out there and get that itch scratched. What you got to show for it? In the end, all you're going to be like, you know what, man, something told me not to bring my ass over here.
That's right.
Some of us, it take us getting kicked in the chest to realize, man, we need to shape up.
That's right.
Give me Proverbs 12 and 13.
The book of Proverbs.
Let me get that with you, bro. Man, read that, bro.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 13. The wicked is snared by the transgressions of his lips.
Read it again.
The wicked is snared by the transgressions of his lips.
My mind was telling me no, but my body was telling me yes. I don't want to hurt nobody, but there's something that I must confess. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bit of bumping ground. Read.
But the just shall come out of trouble. A man shall be satisfied with good by the fruit of his mouth, and the recompense of a man's hand shall be rendered unto him.
So, if you are operating in the spirit, the fruit that you are unveiling, the fruit that you're receiving is going to be good. But if you're operating in that flesh, in that carnal, in that darkness, what you think fruit you're going to get? Oh, it felt good for them 15 minutes, for them 20 minutes. And you got home, and your member done fell off.
Bring that out.
You done woke up. I ain't going to say that. But you done woke up, and something done caught the hiccups, you feel me? All because we operating in the flesh, man. We got the ants in our pants, and we just got to get it scratched. Read.
The way of a fool is right in his own eyes.
The way of a fool is right in his own eyes. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Read.
But he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise.
But he that hearkeneth unto that counsel is wise. When your mind is telling you no, don't you think that's counsel?
That's right.
When your mind is telling you no, is that not counsel? Because you automatically know what you should be doing and what you should not be doing. How you should be moving and how you should not be moving. How you should be operating and how you should not be operating. Read that part again, bro. This verse 15.
The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise.
It's time, man. It's time we take hold of that wisdom, man. Give me Revelation 22 and 14. Let me get that with you. Read that, bro.
The book of Revelation, chapter 22 and verse 14.
Remember, man, the wise take hold of that counsel, right? Read.
Blessed are they that do his commandments.
So blessed are they that walk in the spirit. Blessed are they that live in the spirit. Blessed are they that speak in the spirit. That see in the spirit. That move in the spirit. That operate in the spirit. Read.
That they may have the right to the tree of life.
To the good fruit. Read.
And may enter through the gate into the city. For without are dumb.
For without that spirit. For without that light. For without that positivity. Read.
And sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth to make a lie.
Man, all of these things again, told you from time past, you will not see the kingdom. You will not make it. You will not change your spirit. You will continue to operate in darkness. There's a recompense for every action, whether it be good or whether it be bad. What type of fruit you trying to eat on, bro? What type of fruit you trying to eat on, sis? What you trying to make your smoothie with today, sis? You trying to make it of that spirit? You trying to eat that bread of life? You trying to eat that corrupt fruit, that defiled bread? You trying to get choked out on the flesh? Give me 1 Corinthians 10 and 21. Read that.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 21.
Because what we fail to realize is there's those two masters. The flesh, the spirit, collide with the Most High and the Son, with that light, and the flesh. That ego, that devil, that old man, that old woman. Which master you gonna take hold? Which master cup you gonna drink from? Read.
You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of the devil.
So you cannot do both. You gotta choose one. Choose you this day. Whether it be life and good or death and evil. Whether it be the spirit or whether it be the flesh. Whether your mind is telling you no and you listen, or whether your body is calling for more. That's another one I could have used, but we ain't gonna go there. Read.
You cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and the table of the devil.
It say, man, you cannot do both. You gotta choose one. So what you choosing again? How you building your foundation, bro? Corrupt communication, false reports, backbiting, lies, deceit, hatred, variance, emulations, murders, seditions, or love, purity, joy, happiness. Choose you this day. What cup you gonna drink from? Galatians 5 and 22. Read that.
The book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 22.
So let's see what's in the cup of the Lord. Read.
But the spirit of
Read it again.
The fruit of the spirit.
But the cup of the Lord, the fruit of the spirit, right? Read.
Is love.
Is what?
Is love.
Read.
Joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law.
So when we read these things, did that song have any of that in it? Did that song have real love in it?
That's right.
Did that song have real joy in it? Did that conversation really have that goodness, that faith, that gentleness, that meekness, that temperance? Did it have that in it? It say these things right here, when you operating from the cup of the Lord, you don't need no law. You don't need no law for that. The law was made for the sinner. So what's your life like, Op? What's your life like, sis? You operating in the spirit? Your mind telling you nah, you listening? Or you operating in that flesh? There's something that you must confess. You don't see nothing wrong with sin, with death, with evil, with fornication, with adultery, with lasciviousness, with murder, with lies, with backbiting. Read.
And they that are Christ have crucified the flesh.
They say they that are of Christ have crucified their flesh. Man, they have gotten rid of it. Gotten rid of that flesh. Yeah, my mind telling me, nah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Hell no.
That's right.
Read.
Crucify the flesh with the affections and lust. If we live in the spirit.
If we drink the cup of the Lord, read.
Let us also walk in the spirit.
We're going to reap the benefits, the blessings. Read. That's it. That's it. We coming to a close. Give me Revelations 3 and 18. Get there with you. Read that.
The book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold, tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear.
That you do not have to deal with the darkness. Excuse me. That you don't have to deal with the flesh. that you are clothed, man, that you are protected, that you no longer left for the wolves, for the enemy in your mind. Read.
And anoint thine eyes with eye salve.
Hold up, and do what?
And anoint thine eyes with eye salve.
Read.
That thou mayest see.
That now your eyes are anointed with that eye salve, that you may see what's hidden in plain sight. These snares, these traps is laid away for you. This music is one of the biggest ones. That TV is another.
Right.
So that TV, that music is telling you, flesh, 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 flesh. Your God is telling you the spirit. That counsel is telling you the spirit. Your mind that was telling you now is for a good reason. For you to have longevity. For you to have happiness. For you to have peace. Read.
As many as I love, I rebuke.
He what?
As many as I love, I rebuke.
Read.
And tell.
You're going to have to get that correction. You're going to have to. But are you going to be one that when you get that correction, you take that correction and you build on it? Or are you going to be that brewer, that sis that take that correction and continue to operate in the flesh? That continue to choose death and evil versus life and good. Read.
Be zealous therefore and repent.
Hold up, do what?
Be zealous therefore and repent.
It's time to repent, man. It's time to repent, Israel, because a lot of us, we was operating just like how that song was. We operate right now just like how that song is. It's time to be zealous of the law, man, and repent. Read.
Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice.
If any man what?
Hear my voice.
Read.
And open the door. I will come in to him and will sup with him.
So how many of y'all are listening for that knock? How many of y'all got your ears attentive to that door trying to hear that knock? How many of y'all are getting your life in order to be able to hear the knock? How many of y'all are unplugging your ears with the BS? Ungunking your mind with the BS so the knock can be readily heard clearly? Read.
And he with me. To him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne.
So when your mind is telling you no, you listening. When the spirit is telling you no, you listening. Read.
Even as I also overcame and am set down with my Father in his throne. He that hath an ear.
He what?
He that hath an ear.
My mind is telling me no, and you listening. Read.
He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the church.
He say, man, let the Spirit talk. Let him guide you to where you need to be. Versus your mind telling you no, but your body telling you yes, and now it's something you got to confess. Let's go back. Romans 15:4, and we out. Matter of fact, give me 1 Corinthians 7:1. I think we skipped over that without realizing. Let me see that. I want to pull that right. Yeah, bring that out. 1 Corinthians 7:1.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7 and verse 1.
So going back to the lyrics, bring it up again, bro. Just want to touch on this last point. Going back to the second half of the lyrics. Scroll up. Alright, keep going. Right there. Read it again, bro.
You say he's not treating you right. Let him spend the night now. I love you like you need to be loved. Baby girl, won't you try some of me? No need to look no more, because I've opened up my door. You'll never want another love. Baby, you'll never find another me. You see, you need someone like me. Yeah, to make love to you, baby, constantly.
So in that conversation, that woman has somebody.
That's right.
For him to say you need someone like me, he's not treating you right. That means she's with somebody. Read it.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7 and verse 1. Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
Okay, it is good because first you want to get your mind in order on the Most High. You don't want to fall into the trap of the snare, man, of that physicality, of that carnal, of that flesh. But, read verse 2.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication.
To avoid fornication, to avoid just that willy-nilly laying down with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, with everything with lips, hips, moving. Read.
Let every man have his own wife.
To avoid somebody saying you need someone like me, he ain't treating you right. Read it again, bro. Let every man
have his own wife.
Read.
And let every woman have her own husband.
Read.
Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence.
Do what?
Due benevolence.
Read.
And likewise unto the wife unto the husband. The wife hath no power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband hath no power of his own body, but the wife.
So, if you were operating like this, or somebody is approaching you with a proposition that I don't see nothing wrong with a little bit of bump and grind, you're not even about to entertain that BS. Because you're already established. Read.
Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time.
He said, man, don't be withholding, man. Don't be withholding. Whether it be the man or whether it be the woman, man, unless it is of consent, because, read.
Let it, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting.
To what?
To fasting and prayer.
That's the only time you would want to both consent to withhold, because you're trying to get things right with your spirit. But, again, key word, with consent of both parties. Read.
And come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your inconsistency.
That my mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. Shawty, I must confess. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bit of bump and grind. You see, he not treating you right. So, ladies, spend the night. With me is where you need to be loved. Because you need somebody. Somebody like me. To make love to you, baby, constantly. Read that last part again, bro. Satan tempt.
Satan tempt you not for your inconsistency.
Come on, man. Let's not fall into that snare. Let's not continue to follow after the examples of the carnal, of the flesh that's been put in front of our eyes, hidden in plain sight. And we just vibing out to it like it's just something to do. Now give me Romans 15 and 4 and we out.
The book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4.
Read.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime.
These things were written aforetime, read.
Were written for our learning.
Tell me you ain't learned something, man. Tell me your mind ain't open up to see something that you ain't even pay attention to. They say it was written for our learning. It's for something to grab hold and build on and be the better version of ourselves, man. Not just for yourself, but for your family, for your brothers, for your sisters, for the nation, for your God. Read.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Man, take heed, Israel. Don't fall into the snare of the carnal. Don't fall into the snare of that flesh, man. Walk in the spirit. Choose you this day. Whether it be life and good or death and evil, man. And on that we say shalom.